as of later, lost to Godsent really was the final nail in their coffin. They managed to pick up a win versus G2, let's not forget that, but the loss combined with Godsent and FaZe, it was just too much. They are out of contention. Let's see what Carrigan, Frozen, Christier, Voxic and Rops can do. It is a star-studded roster and recognizable house names in comparison to that of the Flames.
Well, we're seeing mousesports done on the CT side here. They have got the defuse kit and a couple of flashbangs. And in terms of utility on the T side, it's Hooksy, a player that certainly impressed us a couple of days ago. He'll have the one smoke and flash, and there's 4 sets of Kevlar on either side here. Normally see most T sides finish towards B on the pistol. We'll see if that's replicated here. As Hooksy sets up the initial smoke. See if they can get a nice quick plant down here now. The floating stickers will certainly keeping things a bit interesting, and that's a lovely headshot from Voxic. Beautiful shot.
They've got so much information now. You just spot 3 towards monster tunnels, the bomb as well. It's a lot of info.
And they've turtled up as well, right? So the CTs, after getting that opening pick, have decided better of continuing to contest. They've left Frozen marooned on the A bomb site. He's the duty of spotting down towards long and clearing off towards the middle and toilet area. But the attack will be towards B. Utility will rain on over when contact is taken. Nobody's peeking on out. No one committing just yet. Queenix just showing himself, letting him know, hey, we're threatening, but they haven't committed.
No, and that bomb is like as far back as it could be, because if Refresh gets this flat frag, my God, bit of a mess, bit of a meal, and now they will commit towards this site. You can see the plan. They had Christier on the barrels initially. Voxic was just being baited in, but they've repositioned a little bit, and now Spotted staring at the floor. He still hits the shot. Great work from Voxic in this pistol. He found the first, and he takes another one before he goes down. It is Kooksy, the last of 4, and Mouse will take the pistol cleanly.
Very convincing scenes here from mousesports. They have turned up the play, that's for sure. Voxic with 2 lovely shots there. With the P2000, he'll be upgrading to an M4A4, and we've got a few SMGs into the mix as well. UMP, MP9, and the FAMAS will be brought out here. There's the initial kill from Voxic. Managed to rely on young David here as well. Very clean finish, no plant down, and we'll see if there's a force buy in response. They've opted for the 3rd round AKs instead, so a full eco with Glocks, 1 flashbang, objective, get the bomb down if possible, and Chris J, always great to watch him in the financial decisions. He's just got a P250, but it makes a lot of sense in this particular round as they've got no armor, and he can certainly go to town with the pistol.
Yeah, slight discrepancy in that it was the M4 that went for the early frag, just that if it does fall into those hands, it will be something that they could very well turn tide on. But interestingly enough, Farley, he just decided to throw that out of the map. Take note of that. He's just thrown that, I think it was between party, he jumped and has made that impossible to regain. So that's 3,100 they'll be having to spend again. It's punishing, considering the full eco for the Danes.
Oh,
and, that's a tough one. A Glock dink on the jump up. No helmet.
Yeah. I'm a bit curious about Chris to see if he still goes for those Deagle purchases that we've been talking so much about, or if he changes his game, because his stats recently, he's even tweeted about playing poorly as an individual. And if you're going into, you know, the lion's share of gun rounds without a rifle, you're probably going to struggle.
Your stats might take a hit.
Yeah.
It was certainly an interesting idea, but one that didn't really make a whole lot of sense. It would be replicated by now if he really was onto something. I understand what he's doing there, but if his own game's tanking, probably stop doing it at this point.
It's also heavily reliant on your star AWPer of Woxic, who you're trying to facilitate to give that rifle as much as possible, hitting a lot of shots. And we know that some of the games he's had, he's been a little bit hit and miss, but so far here on Overpass, he's looked good with that USP. They'll finish things on off. They'll get a relatively clean round. Unfortunately, lost that M4. But guys, I said before, you know, we're not playing for too much, right?
Sure.
In terms of points, if you come 15th to 16th, well, actually, they can't, because Contact have already taken that last slot within this group. That's 150 points. If you come 13th or 14th, that's 350 points. 12th is 500. You've got 11th at 600. And the points just go up from that point on, right? So you want to make sure...
What's the top prize?
Well, this is the thing. The points scale pretty weirdly. It's,
okay.
It's 1,600 points for first, but it's 1,500 points for second. Now, people might not, you know, be like, oh, well, what are we really playing for here? But it's about how
Deep
it works.
runs?
And it's also about how that factors in with the amount of slots that your region has been allowed. So when we get next week going, I'll get over to the telestrator and I'll do my best job of explaining that for everybody. But this week, let's just hold on to how everything's been tracking.
Perfect. You can see Woxic, he knows already who's coming, and all he has to do is pull the trigger.
Yeah, great stuff there. Voxic, when he gets going, he really can run away with CT sides. In response to the refresh, he was very impressive a couple of days ago, but this is looking like a convincing mousesports situation. 4-on-2. We will have Nodius joined by Queenix as they try and walk in towards B, but it doesn't look great. Opening kill. Oh, actually pretty fantastic there.
Oh,
and there's not a
wow.
second. Chris J with that P250 removed, and at this point it's actually back to a 2-on-2. Foxy looking for the cross, but the smoke will remove vision. They're actually back in this round.
Yeah,
it's looking great.
Even an advantage considering Nodius' position. Rops, he opts for Heaven and joining Voxic. It's smart. It means that they can guaranteed to leave, but their setup is perfect. Copenhagen Flames, this was a 2v4. The double from Nodius gets them in, and an angle like that from Queenix gets them out. Perfection.
It was looking so good for mousesports. A 4 versus 2. Nodius walking in towards the monster area. Hits a phenomenal shot on the A side, but Chris J, I thought he was going to convert this one. How much damage was done on the first? So down to 78, but the awareness here. Did Chris J, did he have the P250?
Yeah, it was a pistol for sure.
Oh, not ideal considering they give that round up. But I assume he'll have plenty of cash going forward. This is the Desert Eagle, so he must have dropped the weapon over. Desert Eagle again for Chris. It's really rough period in his career. Doesn't ever use a rifle, just Deagle only.
The Deagle Diaries of Chris J.
He should start one of those. I'm sure it would be pretty bleak riding.
The Eagles of a Dutchman. Something there.
Wow, you can really hear the daytime rave continuing. And so does this push from Copenhagen. Sound of the nade echoing around the...
There's no one at A currently. Do have Voxic, who is in towards connector. You can see Rob's falling back. They don't have any information towards long. He's got to get his skates on here. It's the right call, but they're already there.
And they can hear this rotate. They know that there's going to be a lot of space. And Hooksy, oh, he wasn't ready for that one. Great work. Rops his AWP. Will find the first frag. Quickly caught, though, and that should mean a plan. This is going to be so difficult to retake.
Might not even be worth it.
Yeah.
Do you guys see what I mean, though, about Rops AWPing? Why is Rops AWPing? Why is it not in the hands of Voxic?
He does that like every few games.
But this is my point, right, about mousesports in this game. They're going to try new things. They're going to do things differently here to catch their opponent off guard. You can't get counter-stratted if you have Rops AWPing. I
guess you're right. No one's anticipating that. He's certainly used it before. He's on the inside area of train in different mousesports lineups, not on this particular one, but Nodius going for the backstab once again. That's from B, so he could be the linchpin. That's a great shot from Frozen. A lot of pressure now on this flank.
Yeah, and he hears Carrigan progressing into the site. He knows Rop's got the kill from Bank.
He doesn't want to pull the trigger straight away. Oh, apparently he does. It works out for 2. I take it all back. Farley now.
Barrel.
Spots the barrel. Huge advantage. Should be his frag, which it is. Defuse will be cancelled. Frozen. Now the round shouldn't be his. 2 kills to find. He knows it. And out he goes. Farley will be finding the second round there for Copenhagen Flames. A weird situation. Rob's on the AWP as glass cannon as well, Chad. So it's like they wanted to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what's going to rattle a lot of people here today. Now, there's two key things at play right now. Mousesports, it's not that they're playing with no pressure, but they're playing with alleviated pressure. They are not in contention for a playoff spot. The best that they can do here is put themselves a little bit higher in the rankings for more points. So you can play a little bit looser, you can throw some different looks, whereas Copenhagen Flames, they've done a great job to even set themselves up with the opportunity to qualify for these playoffs. These are kids, these are youngsters, these are people who haven't been in this position before. So the pressure for them is probably the highest it's been throughout the road to Rio. So if they crumble, if they make some uncharacteristic plays, that's expected.
Yeah, well handled. Hooksy will collect. He doesn't go greedy as well. He knows there's more to come. And the flash is perfect. Rob's completely blinded. He couldn't contest despite Hooksy's low HP, and he's just going to go on a mad one. He's had his 4th. And there's only 1 CT remaining. It's Frozen just charging, hoping he could catch Hooksy before he departs. He's long gone.
I don't think he'll have much of a chance here. Old Frozen bombs down towards B. He's a long A with a USP. And see if there's anything to pick up here. I don't think so. Hooksy on for the ace. Farmed a load of money there with that Mac 10. Frozen will investigate the connector. All this a formality at this point. I don't think he'll be finding a kill. take that back. What a brilliant play that was. So Queenix, I assume the same thing. Frozen taken down in the end. That one kill is fine. Doesn't do a huge amount for them. They're trying to get the AK. Didn't quite get it. Hooksy will have to make do with the MAC-10.
Wow, Hooksy from 1 frag coming into round 5 and leaves with 5 extra. That's a full ace from him. You can see it starting over towards the long side. The big push towards Fountain, and he handled it well considering that first bullet from Carrigan got him down to 39. He gets 4 more frags being within that very low HP radius for those USPs. But it's a cleanup and it's all with the SMGs, so that's a lot of money. 5 times 6, we all know it's 30. It's 3 grand.
Damn.
There we go. I did maths live again.
Damn, you are
I'm
very
crazy.
brave.
I'm crazy.
Well, we've got the 4-man stack here, and he's going to get one. Farley, that's not the normal position that we snatch away the CTs, but he'll convert it nonetheless, and now they can progress towards the B bomb site. Chris J on the Deagle yet again. I'm not going to point it out anymore.
No, I'm going to keep talking so you can't about that Deagle. Carrigan, he's only going to get the 1. And now Robs, he's got a lot to deal with. He wants to focus his attention towards short. He's actually going to get...
Hello. Little cuddle in the smoke here.
Refresh and Robs. They're having a cuddle. And eventually, Robs is actually going to get more than 1. What a play through the smoke. Now, that's what I call a nutmeg. Farley, Nodius, distributed around the site. They won't have the bomb just yet. And now knowing Robs has disappeared with the cheeky double has made things very difficult, especially now Chris J's flank. Farley might have a look, but it may be all too little too late.
He's got the AWP and joined by Nodius. They'll have just 4 HP on the latter. Need to get that bomb down if possible, but it's actually down towards short. This could be an issue. Voxic ready towards Graffiti. Bomb does go down. Drops towards short here, and Chris J still on that Desert Eagle. A chance here if Farley can find a kill.
He's not expecting Graffiti. Or maybe he was, but Voxic will catch him, and now they've all grouped up. They're actually trying to boost. This looks like a little bit too much considering the time, but they cancel it quickly. It's not too much to worry about. Voxic jumping up does get the information, so now everything will be focused towards Farley's position. They can just jump on it, and he's got too many targets. Well played by mousesports. Very clean retake, well handled.
Chris J gets an AK-47 as well. I'm sure he'll be looking to get rid of that. Hand it over.
Yeah.
So it was the little boost there to kick things off.
Oh, he shot at him too.
Yeah, he did.
He had to go.
Yeah.
Frozen must have spotted it. It looked like he messed up the jump the first time, so he kind of probably got the info and then decided he'd try and take that very hard fight. The only player I've seen that actually wins the duel or has won the duel against that totem pole boost is Lecro. He did it twice in 1 game.
One of those mollies missed. It's
Yeah.
bounced back.
It was just a little too long of a run from Chris. Does mean that the ETs can get out without any flames at the floor.
AK-47s from mousesports. A much slower paced round. Hooksy tagged it short to 37. All Balva Voxy this time. More traditional mousesports setup. Got the armor behind it as well, a few kits. And we're going for a boost on the B side here. Going to try and jump up suddenly. Look towards barrels, but Frozen. He looks poised to answer back.
Oh, and even though Frozen was ready for it, the flash had him relocating, and he just walked straight into Nodius. That's so nice. Okay, well, advantage then. 50 seconds. Advancing is Refresh. He's often given a little bit more of freedom to try and find that rotating CT. Hard shot to hit on Voxic as he bounds back behind the bomb box.
4 versus 5. Refresh has had excellent form in the last week or so. 1 and 5 right now. And he'll hold towards A, just trying to make sure the Voxic can't rotate. Means I have no AWP on this side of the map as a full commitment comes in. Carrigan, he'll find the first. The M4A4 working out nicely in this crossfire. They've actually brought it back to an equal situation. Remember, they have got Refresh on the other side as Queenix finds the man advantage. It's down to Chris J. He's coming in from the connector, and now they know the flank. This should be successful from Refresh, but smoked out. Can he even back his teammates up?
Uh-oh. Bomb does go down. That's a crucial component. It would have been a whole lot more awkward if that frag from Chris had come a second sooner, but Refresh from heaven. Finally, the smoke is cleared. He can see clearly now. And Chris J's gone.
Oh, I would be very frustrated playing against Copenhagen Flames. The fact that they are just walking up into areas like Refresh did towards A. We had Nodios in a previous round flanking through the CT spawn and then coming up behind multiple members getting frags. This is stuff that it's hard to keep track of. There was the Miss Molly. We're just getting a replay of that one right there. But it's very difficult if they're going to play this type of Counter-Strike where there's always someone on a late lurk. Because on a map like Overpass, you could see Chris J was flanking through Connector, but Refresh was on the A bomb site. It's very easy to be ships in the night on a map like this.
Yeah, it's huge, right? Overpass is ginormous. And now Voxic's only got a scout. It's pretty much the only hope for this round for mousesports. Let's see if they can set him up for success.
Yeah, it does limit him somewhat going forward as well. He's down to $1,300, and in terms of loss bonus, he gets 24 into the next. Chris J might have to drop another orb and go down to.
But if he'd have just bought a no Kevlar, wouldn't that he'd have had a?
I'm pretty sure that Chris J dropped him that scout because it's the one with Spitty's sticker on it, and they used to play with each other back in mousesports. Because Chris J went into that round yet again with another Deagle.
And well, there it goes. That's the investment squandered. Chris J trying to set Voxic up for success. Oh, I loved the boost, but Refresh does too, because he gets given a frag and they go again. This time it'll be the scout. Maybe they're not expecting it. He's going to see the nades flying in at least. That'll be some information, but yeah, calling it clear. Chris J charging forwards. And they know the nades, and great frag. Only one for Chris. He'll not last much longer.
Carrigan actually throws away. Always the T side. Beg your pardon. He's actually now 4 versus 1 now.
Just poor old Carrigan. Even the weapons he could have picked up have been thrown out by Farley.
No way for him to do much with this. Nothing to pick up. It's got Kevlar. It might even worth be saving that. We'll see.
10-second defuse where they all leave the bomb site because they're so excited. Oh, it's a nice tag. Even a better conversion. He's going to do some damage here, but he eventually goes down. Queenix will finish off Carrigan. Round number 5 on the board for the Flames. They're burning hot.
Really are. It's looking very good for them. Here's Farley, their star AWPer. Certainly WoW does early in the week. Refresh detecting that boost on the other side of Long. We've got a 5-3 lead here. mousesports on the pick of Copenhagen Flames. Here's Nuke coming up next. So far, so good on this T side. Chris J. Deagle again. It's actually starting to get a bit out of hand at this point. I know we've mentioned
it. Would have dropped the orb.
Yeah, I guess he did, didn't he? Yep. So it will just be the pistol. Hasn't found them much success, but he'll continue with his setup.
Round 9. Long taken. Hooksy charging on up with his teammate and the orb. It's Farley. And just strafing into Voxic. That's going to be exactly what mousesports wanted. The AWPer that they've set up for success, and Chris J's sacrifice may not cost him this time because the Deagle does find Queenix. He'll get the upgrade for free. And immediately mousesports have seized control of round 9.
Yeah, that's not bad from Chris. Gives them the man advantage here, but still, Copenhagen Flames know they can find their way back into this round. In terms of the CT setup now with an AK-47 for Chris, 3 M4s. 4-6 orbs being taken out, but smoke down towards Munster for the CT side here. Very spread out for the Danes.
Wow, yeah. The trifecta. Forming a isosceles triangle. I knew GCSEs weren't pointless.
Because you can know the word isosceles.
Yeah, isosceles, equilateral. That was 2 triangles. And that smoke's going to block off Frozen's hold. Rops will now be isolated. Not going to be caught by the flashes. Uh-oh. Wow, they've completely forced him into the fight, but great shot. He still manages to take 2. Finally, he will fall, but there's 2 more lines up, and Refresh! 3 kills, no time left.
Oh.
It will be a mousesports round in the end, but my goodness, it got a lot messier than it needed to be, and that's actually crushing for the CTs. All of those deaths, they've won, sure, but they got $3 grand each.
Yeah, it's really far from ideal. Here was the initial kill. This was Voxy with the AWP as Farley swings around. 40 had the advantage there, but certainly not. And indeed, a very expensive finish there. Refresh couldn't even plant, but he is offered up our lineup there, and they will have another advantage. Chris J yet again on the Desert Eagle. No sniper to be spotted here, and they'll be in with 4 M4s and Copenhagen Flames. We'll have AK-47s, basic utility, and Chris J trying to push up towards T-steps. Fair play.
Past.
Quick reaction from Farley, though, and immediately that's a full set of utility, majority of the CT's utility. Now on the floor, lost forever in the void. That's enough for Woxic. He calls two people party and backs the hell out of there.
Quite a slow-paced game here. Copenhagen Flames love to milk the clock down, and we can see the shift key is their best friend, walking everywhere. They don't want to give away any sound cues whatsoever. And this methodical approach, it allows them to whittle down potential jewels, take the question marks out, and set these young individuals up to hit some bangers of shots here. And Farley, he's going to need another.
Yeah, it's a difficult one to find, though. Oh,
what
God.
on earth?
He's so ready for it.
That was like aimbot
Like a
levels
trigger
of aim.
bot. Yeah.
That was crazy. Yeah. What the hell?
Such a neat clear and a second for him. Clearly no slouch on the AK as well as the sniper for the team. And look how much they just continue this slow spread. Everyone's walking, 30 seconds. There's no risk of being smoked off in the same way you can be on other sites, but I'm saying that there is still two CTs tucked in on the corner, and they've only got 20 seconds. It's making me nervous, but there's the frag they were waiting for. Frozen trying to nutmeg in the smoke, but three of them just going to unload their mags into it. It's the only place he could be.
And they've done a very good job here. There's going to be a 5 versus 1. Farley with 3 kills in total. He didn't take any damage after finding that first kill. Down to 51, and then just completely destroys the remaining defense on the A side of the map. It's Rops, 10 kills, and probably won't be finding any more in this following round. It's going to be 6 on the board for Copenhagen Flames, and we saw the money was bruised. It was looking rubbish from mousesports in the previous round, and in terms of loss bonus, they're getting 1,900 into the next one here.
This is curious, like the fact that they do just walk for so long. They're not making any footsteps. So if any noise is heard from your teammates, you know that it's the enemy. If everyone is basically walking around in that fashion, the sound cues become, I guess, so much more important.
I mean, I see what you're saying. If everyone's silent on your squad and everyone's got their volume set to 11, you're going to be almost guaranteed to get some extra tips.
They're
some
not
extra
even
sound
like
cues.
spamming through walls or smokes that often. They're just cutting sound, walking, taking contact, and winning some crazy fights. And now what they've done is put mousesports in eco territory. As we check on in with the B stream, Godsent, you would have heard that they can come 2nd to 4.
I was wondering, so second's the highest. So if they win this game and everything, all the other stars align, we could very well see Godsent take that second. So between 2nd and 4th, they're guaranteed the top spot. That's all that matters for them. And North versus G2 Esports, another one worth watching, happening over on Vertigo. I'm intrigued to see if they can maintain this. Normally, the G2T side on Vertigo is potent.
Yeah, and unfortunately there you did see Jumpy in the server.
Yeah.
Kirby the other day had to call in sick, and with the rules that Valve have put in place, unfortunately he can't come back in without them taking a double punishment on the points, and the points is all we're here for, ladies and gentlemen. So rough times for North at the moment, but hopefully they can put up a decent fight against G2.
So Rops will have the M4, but that's about it. He says that from the previous round, and we have P2000's USPs. Chris J still with armor. He's a very eccentric character, I have to say. So we've talked about him before as well on ecos, just in case his teammates get a kill or if Rops goes down, he'll then have a chance to pick up that rifle, and then maybe they can win the round here. So he's still always down to $2,000, just goes against the grain, and Voxic will be sent to the grave. 5 and 4, and Rops will be towards his connector.
So you can see Chris J's plan. He is just the buddy.
He's hugging him.
Yeah. Make sure that rifle gets enough bang for its buck. And he's still got cash to splash for the next.
Isn't this the contrast to the last game we just did? Simon Gaming taking on Pro 100. It was just a slogfest, back and forth 1v1s. I haven't seen this meticulous level of Counter-Strike all week until we've gotten to this point, and we've already casted a Copenhagen Flames game.
Look at the map. Here they come, all 5 of them with the man advantage early found. And they spread themselves out. It's going to be a lot to deal with. Rops' rifle will only get them 1. Chris J, the partner in crime, and his armored USP is only going to claw another. So it will be a lovely 3 players still standing. And ooh, doesn't get his $300 extra he was going for there on the plant. But they got cash already. My goodness. And they've got it by the boatload. Farley's feeling frisky, pulling out the AWP.
Chris gets his first M4 of the half. As we'll see round 12 come in, they don't have the luxury of a Voxicorp. 7-4 down, Copenhagen Flames. looking poised here after losing the pistol as well. It was a 2-0 start for mousesports. No kits, no helmets. And Refresh, good flashbang towards middle, doesn't swing on it, just trying to fend them off.
Rush, turn off X-ray. Let's show what this looks like for mousesports. They can hear nothing and they can see nothing. And then, before they know it, they're under attack.
Yeah, this is
they're
perfect.
Under siege.
Let's get this the mousesports POV of the Copenhagen Flames noise. I'll try and be quiet. We'll do some minimal casting. I haven't done that in 10 years. Let's whip that one back out. Molotov. Headshot. Squeaky door. 48 seconds.
The only sound they've heard so far is the squeaky door and a Molotov being thrown, not a single footstep.
Another pin pulled.
Flashbang. That's just towards middle. They are going to set up towards B. Chris J on the flank. He'll call for that. That should cause a rotation from Voxic, which it does. Commitment coming in from Monster. Frozen to defend with no grenades and only the M4, no helmet.
And Hoopsy's gone and got another. Queenix will catch Chris's flank, and Rops with it all to do, but found by Refresh. Voxic with the bomb down, presented with a 1v3. Spotted one, spots two, and actually good damage inflicted to Farley, but he keeps fighting. He actually mantles onto the box for the frag. 8 for Copenhagen Flames, and I'm very impressed. It's been a joy to watch the Mad Lions, the Movie Star Riders, and the Copenhagen Flames of the world.
Cloud9s,
Cloud9, Envy as well. All of these teams that have been given additional time and need to find the additional edge versus the tier 1.
Yeah, it has been impressive, and this team is no different. This is a huge game for them, and they're not giving anything away at this point. They're making sure that everyone has trade potential. They're slowing it right down, thinking about their commitments. As Shad stated, in the CIS region, a completely different mentality across the board. It's a different play style, a different flair to it. Copenhagen Flames certainly taking a leaf out of the Astralis playbook, I would say, but we haven't seen any super technical B executions out. They're very good at just finding a hole, getting a couple of flashbangs in and really punishing it. And that could be exactly what we see here. The contact play, maybe a flashbang before they commit, or just a headshot. That will do quite nicely. 2 of those found. Can we get the third? Looks like we can, as the B stack is completely run over here. Another 5-on-1, a perfectly executed strat towards B.
Yeah, really just take a look at their spacing, take a look at the paths that they're going on through. It's wide, right? They're well aware of the multi-kill potential of this mousesports roster that they're going up against. But just with all of this cut sound, and it seems like it's so calm on the Copenhagen Flames side of things. They're just going through the motions right now. Hitting shots, it's like they've set some bots up around the server, given them a decent difficulty level, and they're just walking through their dry runs. Everything that they've discussed in the past, it's coming through right now. This isn't a good mousesports map. Let's make sure we push that one home.
You're right.
But this is still great stuff because it's the T side. It's the side which is harder of the two.
And I will add the caveat that the only reason that we're on a not very good mousesports map is because mousesports were scared of Inferno. This is not like Inferno's a bad map for Mouse. I mean, how many times have we talked about the Carrigan pushes on Inferno? I mean, this is something that Mouse are no strangers to. But recently, they've been having a bit of a problem with it. Their Inferno lying at a 22% win rate. They played it 9 times in 3 months. So that, combined with Copenhagen Flames' insane win rate on it, and let's not forget picking up a big win versus FaZe Clan on that in the series. Didn't win the series necessarily, but an intimidating victory versus FaZe Clan on Inferno. That combined has left mousesports here. Had to pick their poison. They opted for the avoidance of Inferno, and Overpass looking equally as deadly for Copenhagen Flames so far.
Well, we might want to jump on into what's going on around the other streams as we do have a bit of a technical timeout on our screens at the moment. So we do obviously have B, C, and D also operational. This is the B stream for you. Movie Star Riders Godsent going on right now. And if, in case you missed it, if Godsent are able to win this and the rest of the stars align, they can get as high as 2nd in the group, but as low as 4th. So they're guaranteed a spot in the playoffs here, and it's not looking too bad for them. And they even pick up the 8th round on their T side of Inferno. Let's jump on in with the C stream.
Maiden made a really nice tweet as well. A bit of a heart warmer for you. If you're interested, you can check it out on his Twitter. G2 and North, looks like that half ended 9-6. They're in their halftime break, so you can check that out when it comes back over on the C stream. And over on the D, we've got FaZe and Contact Gaming. We talked about it. Does seem like Contact are managing to keep things competitive on Inferno. So FaZe's Inferno being tested once again.
Some big names in that Contact roster, right? Ships, who played for Windigo. We've also got Esperanto in there when this team was known as Crazy. They were back in the Major of Berlin with Nexa, and of course, you can't forget the name of Hunter.
I'm still waiting for Otto to have his break. I thought it was coming with Crazy, and then he lost his backbone, right? He lost his, the backbone of his team.
Yeah.
It was the loss of Nexa and Hunter. And since then, yeah, he's kind of floated around. I saw a lot of potential in that Finn.
So Voxic on the scout. M4's available. Why is Frozen got an AWP here, Chad?
Because this is what I'm telling you. mousesports are throwing it all out the window, and they're just going to do whatever they feel. They're still trying. They're still going to be working as a cohesive unit, but they've been having a really rough time lately. They need to throw a spanner in the works, and it's in their own works. That's not normally how these go on down.
So Voxic on the scout, Frozen with the AWP, and a B approach coming in very quickly. Frozen not known to be an all-power, very serviceable on the weapon, but he's going to be overwhelmed. A double kill for sure. This is a mess.
Yeah, I mean, you could see
destroyed.
how perfect that execute was. Frozen was flashed in a Molotov.
Yeah, inside it.
He was just straight up moving around in the molly with no idea he was taking damage or which way to go.
You can see why Copenhagen Flames picked this map. They've certainly got a unique play style. The executions when they drop them are extremely powerful. Like, they didn't even really receive any damage there at all. It was just straight up, let's just go B. Drop the smokes, which are about 4 or 5 of them down. Flashbangs, Molotov on the A ramp as well. Frozen didn't even get a shot off with that all. Scout will, but is it going to be worth much at all?
It's not the end of the world for the T's. They got cash for days. The only part of this that may be punishing is the recovered AKs for the CTs, which Rops, we know, he's very, very comfortable on. He made no secret that he'd been playing with the AK for about 6 months when the Krieg nerf came in. So, not being particularly affected by its removal. That is for sure. That is concrete.
Here's the big double kill. Odious has been a thorn in their side towards that B side of the map here. Speaking of which, Rops does manage to upgrade to an AK-47. That's his specialist weapon, but I have to say, Chad, he's the only one fragging right now. He's doing a great job with 16 kills, but they're not necessarily converting into rounds as they've lost now 5 in a row. Final round of this first half. mousesports actually taking a tactical timeout, so maybe just discussing who gets the AWP this round.
Maybe give it back to Woxic, and I think that's what they've decided upon here. He looked good in the very early stages. He was grabbing a bunch of opening frags.
Look at his spawn. He's definitely going for something again.
Is he looking to... Oh, there we go. I thought he was looking towards B, but we have another timeout right here. Rush, take us to the club. We got to get fired up over here. This game, the pace of it, you know, it's not getting us going. We might get things going when we get to Nuke. It's still some rounds away. Here we go. This is Rush's. Rush, we haven't spoken to you today. What's going on?
Yeah,
hey guys, how are you?
I'm good. You look like you're having fun.
Yeah, I'm having a good time.
People
over
don't
in the
realize
corner.
though is that this is actually how you dance in real life as well, Rush. You just wiggle your mouse hand around. Don't
It's
you?
pretty much, yeah. People don't really notice it. Let me get the blinding lights on.
Yeah, flashbang.
Knocking over
Inbound.
Oh, lordy!
It's a full flash.
Can't see anything, guys.
What's it like in production today? What's
It's all right.
the vibe
Everyone's
like?
pretty chill right now. Everyone's just having a good time. Just waiting for this little technical
Are we doing
resolve.
that thing today, chaps? We have to wait for all the games to finish before we can move on, right?
Yeah.
So this is where we're going to... Well, if we finish this one early, we'll move on to another series and see what's going on.
I don't know if we will personally dive in, but we will definitely at the
Have
end
a look at it,
catch up
yes,
with what
see what's
those
going on.
results mean.
That's why I believe there's 4 streams now, right? So
Yeah.
a lot going on. Just want to work out how
Extra
we're
game.
keeping track of it all at the end.
Well, Rush is actually observing all 4 matches at the same time, aren't you, Rush?
Yeah, you guys can't see it, but I actually have 4 keyboards down here, and I use 2 fingers for one, and then yeah, same thing again.
Okay, wow. Okay, well, it's always good to know how you use your fingers, Rush.
Well.
And I wish you the best of luck observing this
Right,
next
we're
round.
trying to run a family show here. You're just messing
sorry,
it up
guys.
for
Sorry,
us.
guys.
So come on, mate.
Anyway, no one's going to murder anyone this round. It's going to be a nice, safe round. It's going to be a unicorn round, and I think...
A unicorn round.
I think
Round
it's
15.
gonna be fun.
That'd be nice.
A full buy unicorn round.
Yeah, and round 15.
Okay. Rush, what do you think of our matching shirts?
Yeah, they're very nice. Kind of sad
Very
I don't have one
snazzy.
as well, but I don't think white suits me too much, to be honest.
Oh, we'll have a look in the box for you, mate. We'll see if we can find you one. But let's get back into it here. The final round of the first half is underway.
So, mousesports, after winning the pistol 2-0 start, they've picked up 2 rounds since. They have got the AWP in the hands of Voxic, but hasn't got himself a boatload of kills, 8 and 13. As Carrigan pushes up towards short, received a couple of bullets in the arse, and down to 50 HP he goes.
Looked like Nodius was on to do another 50 damage to Frozen there. That would have been quite the opener without seeing anyone. 100 unconfirmed damage, but instead he'll rest for 50 for now, and he feels this push coming in. Nade from the trajectory, he can work out Carrigan's position, but they'll shut him down. And now that's going to cause the ETs on the other side of the map to accelerate into the Voxic AWP, and he can't believe his luck. It's a freebie. Hooksy does fall. Chris J's in prime position. He knows they're going to be a little negligent, and a flash doesn't stop Queenix from at least clawing one back.
4 on 2, and this is the final round, so they'll certainly be going for it. Queenix trying to find the incision required here towards the A side of the map. Looks like mousesports have done enough for this final round. They certainly have. Not looking their best, but mousesports will put one past the keeper there. In the final rounds, the lead is at 10-5. Can they come back to life? You'll have to find out after this break.
You know I gotta shine, raise your hands for a good time. Aye.
Vibe until the morning, sleep until the noon. You said that you want it, so I got it for you. Let's all get together and show them how we move. We move, we move. 3, 2, bringing summer to you.
Oh, ready, let's go. 'Cause you know how we roll. Let's take it round the world and back again. Ready, let's go. 'Cause you know, like I know, we'll take it round and round. Yo, hold up, let me switch my flow up. Back in high school, they were telling me I'll blow up. Doing talent shows and man, everyone will show up. Got in an accident and still made it for them to go nuts. You know what? I'm so what? I'm so That means I can't describe the way I vibe, the way I slide. And with the rhymes that make the dimes, I'll close their eyes and fantasize. I'm divine calling their phone number. No, you know I love it. And you know me, I can't sleep without blazing beats. On stages for their ones gracefully. And I got a smile that they hate to see. Young, black, successful, though life gets stressful. Though life gets stressful, go and vibe out with whoever you next to.
Vibe until the morning, sleep until the noon. You said that you want it, so I got it for you. Let's all get together and show them how we move. We move, we move.
3, 2,
bringing summer to
drop.
you.
Oh, ready, let's go. 'Cause you know how we roll. Let's take it round the world and back again. Ready, let's go. 'Cause you know, like I know, we'll take it round and round again.
Oh, I see the signs and I see we're there. And I feel the lies and I feel the same. Forever who we are. No matter if we cast away a fire in the dark. I know that you won't be where we know we're awake.
It's Copenhagen Flames mousesports. The first map of the series is Overpass, and it seems that the Danes have managed to, well, build the bank necessary to at least look to convert their map pick. Overpass forced out of Mouse and with very little results on the map itself. Leaves us here already with an advantage. Doesn't seem like GG.bet have much doubt in Mouse still, giving Copenhagen Flames the underdog title.
And we'll get into the pistol here. It's going to be Farley to challenge first. Their USP. He spots 3 players and the bomb there as well. So we'll go for some backup, surely. No one rotating just yet, but now we have got Refresh heading over. It is going to be an A commitment from mousesports, and Refresh is lining up there. A retake HE grenade to stop the plant, I'd imagine.
I love this.
Yeah, this is nerdy, right? This is cool.
So Farley wants to try and get one before they get that default plant, and he's done just that now, hoping Frozen plants default. And he is. Fakes it, though.
They're ready for it.
They are, and there's the nades. Now Frozen can plant. Wow. All right, Counter-Strike's a whole lot of fun, it seems, and Hooksy, well, he's definitely not ready for that. That is a real tight angle held and connected. 3 for the retake. Flash on Nodius. Kit on Refresh.
They have got a smoke as well, so smoking the bomb would be their best approach here, but there it is, the first kill found. Can they do anything else here? This kill has to happen for Frozen. That should guarantee things here, absolutely does. And it's going to be mousesports finding the second half pistol, and we'll bring the score into 10-6. So will we see the force buy from Copenhagen Flames? It'll be Scouts and 5-7s.
Farley has $4,300.
What? Where are you reading that?
Oh, so Frozen. My eyes are getting so bad.
Oh, no.
My eyes are getting terrible.
We're all going to get glasses. We're all going to have the bloody milk bottles.
I need to. Yeah, optometrist. I should probably head there. I don't think glasses would suit my face. Anyway, it is the force buy. The Deagles are out. Smokes as well. A couple of HEs. Let's see if they've got any more tactical nukes in line. Unable to land it there. It was a good idea, but they were a little bit too smart, mousesports, weren't they?
Yeah, I was so surprised to see that. You very, very rarely see the stack nades. Perhaps it was the absence of any CTs in toilets. They were like, they must be playing for retake. There must be some cheese. Quick fake from him. Nodius has got another lineup for the flash on short. You can see how effective that would have been if anyone was peeking Hooksy's jiggle. It's well rehearsed. It's very fun to watch. But this one could still prove difficult for mousesports. There's still plenty of smokes for the CTs, and at that minute mark, if these next 30 seconds aren't filled with frags, they could find themselves smoked out. Here there comes some nades. A smoke monster. Still 3 more smokes where that came from. They'll have to push through it.
Robson will deploy his smoke as well. Queenix set up with a Desert Eagle. No frags found just yet, but brilliant. Smoke deployed to the CT side. Oh. Still Robson Carrigan finding the opening kills there. Spring from short and Monster. The pincer maneuver is looking very good for this round. 10-7 pretty much confirmed here. Farley will be removed. It's just Refresh remaining now, and he's in towards the connector position, so really no chance of having impact here. Looking for a saved weapon, perhaps. Fully invested, full eco for the next round. It's Farley who saves $1,300 considering he's the AWPer. And Refresh just has to sit back and wait towards connector. I don't think anyone will probably come to his position.
We need like a no contest button. It's like Mal's like, all right, we won't chase you if you won't come fight us. So let's press the button and we can just start the next round. Even give the bonus through. So the bomb will go off. Will be posted on the board here. And Refresh gets a second crack at this. He might want to be a little bit more aggressive with the Deagle, knowing that he will be most likely the only individual on his side of things who will be investing at least into something as potent as that.
Yeah, and he's got armor behind it, so he can use that like a shotgun if he fancies. Just go and shove it up the belly button of someone and spam click that mouse. Very effective.
Do you remember that movie? I don't know if it was Gone in 60 Seconds.
Yeah.
I think it was Gone in 60 Seconds. The one where they had the bucket, and they put the bucket on that guy's stomach, and they had a rat in the bucket, and then they
blowtorch
away,
eats into your stomach.
Yeah.
That sounds horrible. What a horrible way to go.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that was a rumor passed around the school about how that's how people get tortured. Or it might just be from a movie, might not be. God knows. Let's move back into what will be a very, very hard round. Refresh is set up for some success. If he can get that first Deagle shot, at least it could prove to be a little enticing for mousesports. but they're in absolutely no rush. You can see their spread. They've even got 3 MAC-10s looking to get as much cash as possible.
Yeah, shouldn't be much to do here unless Refresh gets a couple. Molotov won't do much for that boost, but he'll stand out proud in a second. Does connect a couple of shots there, but unfortunately, listen, the MAC-10 will be dominating this particular round. There is 1 kill found for the CT so far, but that's all they're going to get. Just 17 points of health and now dead. Harley will be removed, and that's going to be 3 in a row. So both pistols now for mousesports, and they've still got a 10-8 deficit. Frozen starting to wake up. Look at Rob's 22 kills, by the way. Carrigan with 7. Only over 1 player with double digit. That's Voxic.
And he started very well. I think within like the first 6 rounds of the game, he had 3 multi-kills and 3 opening kills. So it is just the ROP show right here, right now. But mousesports are still ticking along nicely. Plenty of time for the other individuals to wake on up and get into this first map. The Flames will get their chance to defend with everything that they want and need. Farley with the big green. They have 1 defuse kit in play. And their early protocol nades have gone out. Molotov and smoke towards Monster. Ooh, triple nade to keep them on notice. That boost, it can be used now. That's kind of opening the door for them to jump for information.
It's a cool idea just to wait for the nades and take that as your cue to start boosting, just as a matter of principle. Okay, Refresh, he's completely alone on this one. He is alone and isolated. If he wants to take this fight, okay, yeah, he's not so sure anymore. Decides there's no point in giving him that 1 versus 2, as it would have been. Farley will fire off his first shot, revealing the AWP's presence. Rob's lurking around the monster tunnel to try and keep those defenders there. The bomb is actually going to join him. This is how they plan to finish. He flashes for them to come out short. It looks good.
And it will be the B finish for mousesports here. 3 outside Monster, 2 towards short. Perfect smoke from the Flames. Queenix, he knows this is looking good for him, and he gets the first, but there's going to be a lot of damage from the second player. Frozen converts the kill. MAC-10 held off for now. Hooksy will be surrounded, though. That's beautiful. Bit of bait and switch there from mousesports. They've actually got the man advantage now as we get into a 4 versus 3. Looking to deny the plant. Nodios will just throw the grenade towards short. Does minimal damage towards Voxic. And Farley, he will have a chance to find a couple of kills here, but he's a little bit too late. 4 on 2, make it 1, and just the AWP remaining with no utility, no kit, and it's towards Graffiti as well. This has not gone well for them.
Not at all. Mousesports have got a ton of cash as well, and Farley, he might be in his best interest to let this frag go.
100%. And the fact that he, at that age, as a rookie, is making that kind of a call, good stuff. That's what you like to see, because if he had pulled the trigger right there, he definitely would have gone down. Mousesports would have realized how close he was to the bomb site, and they would have put all of their resources in taking this AWP out of his hands, because the CTs right now, even with the max loss bonus of 3,400, well, their buy wouldn't have had the AWP around it. And this man right here, he's a ride or die AWP. We were taking a look at his stats last time. The majority of his frags coming through with that weapon. And if they want to have any success on their CT side, they will need him and that gun to come online. So very important save and a very important decision right here for Copenhagen Flames moving forward. It should just be a little bit of a partial investment. You can see a UMP coming out for Queenix. They know that they can back this AWP up. Refresh has actually gone for a UMP as well. This is not something you would see out of too many tier 1 teams. Maybe the likes of Flusher would go for something in this regard. These pure CSGO players, they have a pretty good idea of what can work.
Run boost, the AWP across.
Just so he can't be spotted from T-spawn.
He's going for the style points on that finish, but Rops has just heard a scope. He has to hold his fingers on the keyboard now and hope and pray that they don't plan to clear this. Oh, they are.
Oh, I like this.
He's got his bloody knife out. Now the AK. Queenix doesn't check, and he will get traded. Great camera work, Rushley. We got a 4v4 heading towards long with a bit of speed here, a bit of momentum. Carrigan wants to get that smoke out fast, and they throw the bomb down because they know that spearhead is Voxic, and he's already managed to make room.
Great shot from Voxic. This is looking great for the ASL, but they receive a lot of damage from that grenade. Carrigan trades out the kill, though. PT50 landing a lot of damage and Refresh on the flank here. Is there anything he can do about this one? Carrigan, he looks away for a second. It's down now just to Farley. He's got the AWP, remember. No kip. A little bit of utility, and somehow doesn't go down quickly. It will be Chris J to convert the round, though. We tied things up at 10-10 after winning both pistols. They've managed to get 5 rounds in a row here. That's the maximum loss bonus for Copenhagen Flames, but they'll call for a tactical timeout. Their third so far. It was looking so good for them. As we'll have a look at the C stream, you can see that North, they are playing with their coach up against the likes of G2 on a map like Vertigo as well. They're actually doing a great job of being in the lead here, Alex.
I can't believe it.
That's insane.
With a coach who's keeping it going, keeping it real. It's been a lot of fun, actually, just to watch the Jumpy, the way in which he's choosing to approach the game, knowing he's the coach. He's been, when I was watching the first day of North's attempt to play with a coach, he was just selling fakes on his own, using all his util on the one side of the map, running in, getting one, dying, forcing a tiny rotate, and the rest just did their normal execute.
It's different, that's for sure. I was just having a look at the scoreboard. I think he got 2 opening kills at one point here.
There we go.
Yeah, Jumpy's getting involved here, and if they're able to upset G2 and Kenny S, who I could even make an argument for as the best Vertigo player in the world right now.
I've just had a horrible feeling that, let's not forget the last time G2 played against the coach.
Oh,
mousesports, remember?
No.
Yeah, well, it could happen again. G2 up against another coach. Last time, Ray Jin, he stepped in for that final map of Summit, and well, the trophy was mousesports without their in-game leader. Or their 5th man, actually,
Yeah,
worth
they didn't even
mentioning.
have their star AWPer.
Yeah, NATO Safix, part and parcel of that.
Yeah, that's a good point. And the first kill will be for Refresh this time. The young Dane stepping up, finding Rops, and he's got away with it as well. There'll be no trade potential now. Hootsie tagged a little bit down at 58. And in terms of the general approaching for mousesports, looks like they're focusing towards B. Carrigan, he's beat the smoke through, and he's just going to bide his time for that opening kill. Finds it, but will he be traded out? Apparently not. This is looking great for mousesports.
Huge. T-sided, apparently. Overpass is looking different today. And perfect smoke. He can't do anything to contest that. He's got a flash. He wants to try and set up his player to swing on short. Refresh is going to be flashed in. I think he wants to be able to wait for that smoke to fade.
I think it's not even worth throwing the flashbang, to be honest with you. They're not even going for it. There's no point getting exits. Look at the money on the T side.
Oh,
like,
they're on goose eggs.
You're not going to damage them at all. So yeah, they definitely don't want to be going for exit kills or challenging this at all. Go together, save the gun, especially that AK-47, as they've lost the lead at this stage. That's going to be the perfect run for mousesports. They go up 6-0 in the second half.
Yeah, I think that nerves will probably be this team's undoing, unfortunately. It might be a case of too soon for these guys going up against a squad like mousesports. We've already outlined what's on the cards here. Copenhagen Flames basically hold their destiny in their hands. If they're able to pick this up as clean as possible, you want to try and do this with as many rounds on the board for you, as few as for the enemy, because if this comes down to something along the lines of round difference, well, that's where the nitty and the gritty really comes into play in round robin. So if they want to turn this around, this is their map choice. There is still an opportunity for Copenhagen Flames to start to look threatening, and with those saved guns, they can get yet another dangerous buy out here. Everybody has a rifle. The AWP's still in play. Diffuse kits are plenty. No dramas with the utility. This time round, it'll just be the standard 3-2 split. And mousesports, very slow in the early stages. They're having one babysitter towards backyard again. That will be Rops. Chris J taking control of connector, and they're just holding off, defensive towards the playground position, hoping that the CTs want to take some fights. This is pretty standard stuff.
Much slower round this time. Mousesports, back to business as usual. They'll take the lead. But can they extend it? Still plenty of time here, as they'll have a player outside Monster. You can see them showing a bit of presence towards A. There's a smoke down in front of the bomb site to remove all vision. And they've actually got a bit of a 3-man lean towards the A side of the map. That's the Flames I'm talking about. And this could be the first kill. Refresh nails it. AK-47 duel against Frozen. He comes out on top, but not against Voxy. No damage inflicted. Back to a 4-4. Advantage mousesports.
They want to hit the same site again. We've seen this work with them before. Farley was not expecting Carrigan to be so far pushed up and now caught. Nodius, what can you do? He was hoping to deal with Carrigan. He's right to reposition because now he's found Chris. He knows there's a long player and he's found a second. It's Voxic. This time the duel does not go his way. Turkish sniper, this time with the rifle, has found himself the necessary frags. Bomb will go down courtesy of Voxic as well.
And there's just no way Hooksy can win this. He's got 46 HP, no grenades. Maybe he gets a kill, but is he going to find a 3? Almost certainly not. Rops, remember, is in towards CT spawn as well. That was a decent attempt. There's the 1 kill, but that's pretty much all he was worth, unfortunately for him. 12-10 maximum loss bonus, ringing true for a few rounds now, as we'll see them struggle to invest going forward here. But they did manage to save an AK and an AWP before, so there should be some cash available to them, just not a boatload of it. mousesports in cruise control, though, in the second half, as we'll see the partial buy potentially come forward here. Deagles and CZ purchased so far, and that looks to be absolutely everything. Farley saving for an AWP. mousesports looking much better here on the second half.
It's very tidy stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's no overextending. They're playing as a unit. They're doing a truckload of damage. They have utility usage that... Oh, dear. Carrigan. That doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. Woxic, he'll sort you out. He'll just put that AWP bullet through Hooksy's head and he'll get them that member back. So the HP that they lost there, it's not so bad. They still have the number advantage, but 4 Deagles still to deal with. If they do group up into any close choke points, we will once again talk about the Deagles being used like shotguns up close and personal. 1 bullet and they'll take down both Carrigan and that of Woxic. Boost on over, see if anybody's home towards sewer. And as we can see, nothing. They're knocking, no one's home.
No, just thinks better of sticking around in the stack. He's going to go and back up his squad mates. But interesting that mousesports are really not taking any chances after such a flimsy first half. I think they've really had a good team talk in the first 2 minutes. T-side's looking great, refined. Queenix is artists considering the rotate as well. And they have managed to get their CTs into the right place, but I say right place with bated breath. There is time for the pivot, and look at Woxic.
It looks like they will be throwing some smokes in towards A, so potentially committing to this one. Nodios looks good for the first kill, and he'll certainly deliver.
Bomb.
There's a couple of frags now, 20 seconds remaining, and they pretty much have to. That bomb down, they're not going to have time to reposition. Are we Farley to swing into the crossover? Low HP on that AWP. Doesn't matter. Voxic still nails the shot, and Frozen looks confident, but no one to trade with.
10
10
seconds.
What's the play?
They have to try and plan. Voxic, no health. Now even less as it's Refresh to take him down, and he's got both of them. Everybody hitting their Deagle shots there. Queenix, Tested, Nodius, Farley, and Refresh. All of them had to win their duels, and they do. Wow. Copenhagen Frames. Frames?
Frames.
Yeah, it's the lesser-known branch of the Copenhagen Flames. They sell picture frames.
Step right up, get your pictures framed here.
Welcome to Copenhagen Games. We're sponsored by Copenhagen Frames, and up first is Copenhagen Flames.
On the A stream here. On the B stream, however, we do have the likes of Movistar Riders and Godsend. 13-11 on their first map, and here comes Movistar Riders. They've got a round on the board for 3 there, by looks of things. There'll be no chance. And then looking at the C stream, of course,
dear.
North might actually take G2 and Vertigo. Like, that's a difficult task to do when they've got their full team out there. Let alone a jumpy player.
AZ going
Hang
crazy.
on.
25 kills. 7 assists. The man's well, he's dead. But yeah, so that's not going too bad for them over there. And obviously, FaZe Clan versus Contact. I know this is your favorite team, Alex.
It certainly is, yeah. It doesn't look like the CT side's going too badly for them, but FaZe, they do have Nico on 21, and oh, well, he's just hit another fantastic shot, my goodness. Oh, there's fantastic Counter-Strike all over the shop. Go tune in to whichever one tickles your pickle. And if it's all of them, I've seen some people have just got 4 monitors on. You can try that as well, if
Damn,
you're
4 monitors.
monitor gifted. They want to fight this time. Haven't seen a stance like this yet from Farley. He wants to stick around. He'll have Refresh holding the left side for him so he can focus his attention towards that right. And he finds the first.
Big shot. Carrigan removed. Starting to lose a bit of momentum here. Losing the Deagles in the previous round. Money's still very good for mousesports, but now on a 5-on-4. Copenhagen Flames with a chance to tie things up. 3 smokes and no flashes for mousesports. And in terms of map control, they're leaning towards A. We do have Chris J alone in the connector. Starts to explore options towards B, and he's calling for a bit of backup as well. So down they come. Smoking in towards B would be absolutely fine. They've thrown 1 in towards the CT steps at A. So keep your eye on that and the manpower on that side of the map. Hooksy spotted. And Voxic removed. 5-on-3.
Yeah, but with Refresh saying there's no one else, they will prepare themselves, dig their heels in for this hit. And Chris J, you can't believe it. There's 2 of them there. They're playing Monster. He will find the first and even the second as well. Queenix caught by Frozen, and wow, what a pivot that was from Mouse. It's not over yet, though. Frozen's been forced to clutch, thanks to Farley, finding the Dutchman as that bomb goes down. Down to 31 after Refresh saw to him. Farley's got 2 kills, so has Frozen. It's a battle for their third, and it's a very influential third.
He's towards heaven. He's have to drop down and make a sound cue here. That's a real problem, but he spots him and removes him. Very patient, very well played. Farley with 3 in the round. He has been absolutely brilliant in this opening map. That's going to be his 18th kill found, and the defuse comes in as we tie things up at 12-12. As I mentioned, though, money very good for mousesports. This one's going to go the full distance.
Wow, that was a nice little change there. That first kill that Farley was actually able to grab on Carrigan was a fluff nade. Carrigan's nade actually came back and bounced towards him. So potentially that smoke obscuring his chance to find the opening there, and that round may have gone down a little bit differently, but there's another 1v1. It's been some time since we've been talking about the clutches.
Yeah. Well, that was a big one for Copenhagen Flames. Farley's just kept their heart beating on the CT side. Now a bit of aggression coming out of Refresh. A smoke from mousesports will keep his information minimal. Ooh, that's a cool little pop flash from Chris. He plans to go on it as well. He catches one, doesn't stop him, but he just ends up walking into the spray. Oh, and Hooksy, he does not bow. In fact, he takes 3 before he's finally saw 2.
Frozen and, well, just him will be left with nothing to say about this round. That's going to be 3 in a row for the Flames here. Money's still good for mousesports, and for now, they might take a tactical timeout. That's 3 in a row. They're probably feeling a little bit battered and bruised. And we'll see Hooks' replay here. Big spray down coming in for the M4. They all line up for him. And it is to collect 3 in total. Big play.
I don't know what the change is right now that's gone from Copenhagen Flames looking like they were getting blown out of the
Winning with
server.
Deagles, I suppose, is always changes the mentality. Slightly mousesports coming a bit more cagey the follow-up round. That's all I can really put it down to.
It was pointed out to us those 2 Deagle kills were the first multi-frags that Copenhagen Flames had in this second half.
In the second half, yeah, for sure.
Oh, this is scary. Farley bringing out the aggression. He's got the support of Refresh, and thank God he has, because with their powers combined, they've got a man advantage. A flash to get out, and he hits it!
So
I swear
sick.
he was blind. And now Nodius has added another to the list. It's all onto Rops. Great work from Farley. And Rops, he's only got 19 HP after his first battle. He will not get out safe. Copenhagen Flames, what a switch up. They've come alive after that Deagle round. And finally, they're starting to get some funds out of the mousesports bank.
Farley is looking fire.
He was full flash, right? I'm not reading that wrong. Oh, he had a second to see it. It was just before it popped. He got enough vision, and muscle memory takes over.
I love the point. I was like, yeah, it's good stuff. He saved that orb. They're going to need that for them to turn it on their head. And then he's been a factor in the last 3 gun rounds that they've been able to post. So Farley really showing his worth right here. And as this series continues, he is one of the names that we are going to be looking to if they want to take this over mousesports. Every game is close right now. The Movistar Riders versus Godsend is 13-13. What's the score behind you, Alex, the North game?
Great question, Chad. Let me just angle my body. 14-14.
Bloody hell, everyone's given their all right now.
It's a 2v2 as well. It could not be any more equal. And it looks like... Yeah, Jax has just got his last frag necessary. So 15-14, G2.
Oh, it's disappointing for North. They give it up.
After, I mean, they were on 14-9 or something when we checked in last. So
with the coach playing as well, that would have been a great morale boost, but doesn't look good for them now. Either way, we're getting to the closing moments of this first map of our best of 3 on the A stream here. It's actually Copenhagen Flames who are really struggling this second half, but posted 4 in a row now. Boxic not happy with that. They find that opening pick, that's towards Refresh and Connector. No real damage taken in response. And in terms of CT pushes, I see Farley actually pushing up towards Long. So this is between him and Frozen. And the first kill goes in favor of mousesports once again. It's going to be a 5 versus 3. So Denodios won't save the day, but outpositioned by Voxic.
yeah, Voxic's done enough in this one. Farley is going to have to try and make something happen. He's pushed so far up, though. It's just a question of the execute. The bomb is miles away. It's still waiting on Carrigan's back. So if this flank was to come in, there's a world where Farley can make this happen with Queenix.
Oh, this is going to come down to the timing.
Yeah, he's starting to move now, though, Chad.
They're not just going to bust in, though. They're going to throw nades. Has that been heard? This could be perfect.
Bomb and Frozen 2! He's got them both! 2 versus 5, folks, and already things are getting awkward for Mouse. A second challenge, and he's hit it all! Oh, Farley, he will go down eventually. My God, did he make it competitive, but that's the 13th for Mouse, and they really needed that.
Another 3 from Farley. What did he have for breakfast today? My God, he's impressing once again. as Copenhagen Flames will give up the round, but still very close indeed. Voxic down the opening couple of kills here, but then all hell broke loose.
Absolutely, dear. They will inform you, though, that this game might just take an extra minute or so before getting back into it. Rob's just having a little issue with his connection, so wants to make sure he's playing on a competitive ping before we get back into it. So just give it a moment, let the gremlins in the system calm down, dry off.
Mom, get off the bloody internet.
Mom, you can do shopping afterwards.
The amount of times my sister was uploading pictures to Facebook.
Yeah.
I don't even think she uses Facebook anymore. All the arguments I had to have.
And now she doesn't even use it. And you're still playing Counter-Strike, so who was right?
I think it was me.
Yep. And it does look like G2 have done it. They've got plenty of time for that defuse. So the C-Stream first map, Vertigo, after such a valiant attempt from Jumpy and North. So over on the B-Stream, it looks like the road to Rio for Godsent is going to be taking one final long tour with Movie Star Riders. It's going all the way, but worth reiterating that Godsent do already have themselves a minimum of 4th, so they have got themselves that top spot into the playoffs. This spot, rather, not the top. Guys, I played on Crystal's deathmatch server.
Okay, how was it?
I want to give it a top marks.
Okay.
You get ranks, so I'm now like a Master Guardian in his deathmatch server. I'm climbing the ranks. It feels good. I collected coins, the little swirly coins that give me points.
I have seen those. I know those. I know what you're talking about. I've been in that deathmatch server.
It was a lot of fun. NBK and Crystal both have one. So far, I've enjoyed Crystal's more. Probably because NBK's is always full.
NBK's one, there's a Shocks one, and a Keo one, and an Existence one. So what they've done is I think they've just named servers after popular French Counter-Strike players.
It's possible, but I also think they just say, hey, can I name this after you and give you VIP? And then you've always got a
That's pretty good
server.
as well.
I
I'd
think
like
that's probably
that.
it.
And then it's popping off all the time.
Exactly. So whenever you want to warm up, you can always have a spot because you've got the VIP.
I do have something which I need to bring to everybody's attention. I know the two of you specifically.
Is it exciting or is it boring?
It's very exciting.
Okay.
It's probably some of the most exciting news that I'll be bringing you all day, actually. I just received an email. And it is from, I'll keep the name off here, but the email says, hello, Sponge. I'm not sure when you'll see this or if you will. Anyway, if you do tomorrow, Monday, May the 11th, it's Buckethead's birthday.
Oh, brilliant.
All the way over to New York.
Yeah, so Buckethead from New York of last year, the phenomenon.
The hero.
Yeah, I think the prodigy of the event, basically.
He saved it.
He was putting popcorn buckets on his head.
That's right.
And he basically took over the entire arena. So tomorrow is his birthday, so happy birthday to Buckethead.
Yeah, there was a whole story arc to that, wasn't there? You know, there was like his kind of coming-of-age stories. He found his second bucket, his third bucket, but then by the time he got to, the 25th, the establishment was against him.
That's true.
He managed to overcome the odds. He actually got his buckets back.
He turned the people into his biggest fans, and that right there is the heartwarming story of Buckethead.
Yeah, and the heartwarming story for Maiden, by the way, because he's now on screen, and I mentioned his tweet earlier today, while we wait for this tech issue to get resolved, was it was a really nice tweet. In fact, you know what? I'm going to read it to you.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do that, because, sometimes it's easy to get lost in the familiar, and for Maiden, he's actually pinned it, so it's easy to find. He says, he took to Twitter after their big win against, who was it, mousesports, I believe. They beat
I know
Mouse.
the team, yes.
And he said, my dream was always to be a professional player. I am super happy that my dedication and hard work has paid off, and that I'm able to compete at the highest level of CSGO. And that I can actually be a top 4 team in the world. Keep believing in your goals. Everyone can make it. So obviously that's like a culmination of a lot of work.
I wouldn't say that at the end necessarily.
No, the harsh reality of it all is not everybody can make it.
That's what makes it great.
But if you try hard enough and you give it your all,
and if you've got the potential inside you, there's natural skill.
Yeah, and that you also, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, there is a little bit of luck involved in life as well. Sometimes.
And nepotism, I would say.
Yeah, so that's the harsh reality. We've just
it's a nice tweet, definitely a nice tweet.
Nice tweet, but there's a lot of caveats in the real world.
You definitely can't say anyone can make it. Otherwise, we would all be in that server right now giving it a go.
I believe it was Bo Burnham that said it best in an interview. Is like, don't listen to advice from people on these talk shows because, I'm 25 years old and I got lucky and I have no idea how I got here. It's the case for most people.
Absolutely. I can definitely relate.
It resonates, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's home, that's for sure.
It certainly does. But word on the street is we still don't have an update on our game. Rops' internet's still playing up. Looks like he might be back in the server, though. That's positive. That is a good sign.
And we might be underway momentarily. Greeny there, what's the update?
Hey guys, just talking with the teams right now. Spoke to the league ops. I think we're all in agreement that the game can get underway. I'm giving it 10 seconds, just over that, maybe about 10 seconds roundabout. now. So 10 seconds to match start, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. He does so much, doesn't he? How does he get away with it all?
Refereeing, observing, directing.
His
Yeah.
commentary is
And
bang on
commentating.
too.
Yeah. So we get into round 28. Copenhagen Flames still with the lead, but just by 1 round, 14-13 here. It's their pick. They had a great start, but mousesports even better in the second. They've got the advantage in terms of firepower, but Farley and his orb has been a real nuisance.
Wow, they want to go quick on this. Just a single flash, and that jiggle from Hoops, he's going to get caught out completely. The Molotov will burn the toes off a few of them, but the damage is done. And Queenix, he's going to try and make it work with Farley. He's looking for the rifle. He will find that M4 eventually, but Frozen's got him locked in. Chris J low. If, well, Farley was to find a frag, maybe, just maybe, they've got a chance. But Frozen, perfect angle, and eventually converts. Farley thrust into a 1v2.
He wins those boys. We know that. He's got a kit, the AWP.
Smoke.
Ticking at some pace, and indeed this smoke he can chuck on top, but the AWP, not the ideal weapon for this job here. Here comes the smoke, but unless he defuses it, no one's really going to be taking the bait, and we'll see whether this leads to a frag. How is he this quick? It's Voxer getting a taste of his own medicine. He can actually do this now. Does he pull it? Apparently not, but he's still got a chance, and he's done it again. He's actually pulled it off.
I'm not sure.
be close.
Oh my goodness. 1v2 for 15, and he's done it. Farley, you are so fast. Those goddamn Danish veins, once again, 27 frags for him, and a 1 versus 2 clutch with an AWP retake.
Now, here's a fun fact which I just received. Farley in Danish means dangerous.
Yeah, he certainly is.
He certainly is. Let's see that one again. Bang! Straight onto Voxic, one of the fastest on mouse. And then the second as well, fakes it out, catches him, and adjusts. Wonderful play, and a clutch defuse as well. I really enjoyed that. Happy for him to be picking up such a big clutch, big play against a big team.
Yeah,
and at a crucial moment in the game.
This guy's the real deal. He's the full package. He could be one of the next Danish stars. He's performed like this a couple of times now. We've commentated it. If he can do it on land, my God. Hooksy flashed in. It's looking good, but Chris J still happy to fire this one. Grenade in return. Does a little bit of damage there, but not much. So 2 rounds required for overtime on the T side. Just 1 for Copenhagen Flames to pick this map up.
Oh, the boost pays off for them. It's rare to see such an uncontested boost in today's game, but it works out lovely. And Farley pushing for a frag. He actually catches the door open, and Carrigan sleeping.
We're done.
It does feel it, yeah. There's only 2 people left. Those 3 frags on 3 different extremities of the map. It leaves Chris J and Dire straight. He does manage to relieve just a little of the pressure, and a flash doesn't catch Queenix, but he still hits the shot. Will go down. Voxic's been left in a winnable scenario. Farley's not interested. He's dangerous, and so are Copenhagen Flames. They take map 1.